TV Boats presents Florida Sport Fishing, television for the avid angler, powered by Mercury Marine. Oh, yeah.
Solid work.
Florida Sport Fishing TV proudly utilizes and endorses Spool Tech, Hyperlastics, Engage, and Ocean-borne lures. Stay connected with the next generation of innovative and effective soft and hard baits for every venue. Taco Marine, official outrigger system of Florida Sport Fishing TV. Salt Life Optics, anti-glare Zeiss lenses provide unparalleled protection and polarization.
Hi, I'm Captain Micah, and welcome to Florida Sport Fishing TV, where we're educating the Florida angling community one technique at a time. As we head into our 10th consecutive season, and I can't even believe I'm saying our 10th consecutive season, the years are just flying by, I wanted to put together an episode that really set the stage for the entire year. It's a detailed behind-the-scenes look at our rigging station. This is where all of the episodes start, right here. This is where we rig the tackle. This is where we spool the reels, where we pick the rods, where we choose what lures we're going to be using, where we rig baits and all of the terminal gear. Decisions are made right here that are going to dictate exactly what happens out on the water and how we're going to handle it. So we're going to talk about a lot of different things. It all starts with organization, because that's absolutely the key to success. You know, I'm a big fan of the storage cases. We all are. And truthfully, I don't care. Plano, Flambeau, I don't care what the brand is. I honestly don't. They're all good. They all do what they're supposed to do. Obviously, some have the rubber seals that are a little bit better than some of the other ones. So it's really easy to just sit here and just look at all of my gear and say, hey, you know, we may come across some dolphin today. Okay, that may happen. I want to make sure that I've got some lures. So I might grab some, containers and have some swim baits, some Spool Tech swim baits, some poppers, okay, to throw right up on the surface. Might have some twitch baits, that mimic pilchards or any other sort of bait. These are all from a band of anglers, by the way, you can see. So I'm ready in case we come across any weed lines or any floating debris. We've got some spinning rods on the boat. We can rig up whatever we need, and we can get in on those fish and take advantage of that opportunity. Without doing that, without grabbing just a few containers, we may miss out on a really exciting bite that can change the outcome of the entire show or of the entire day. Something completely different. We're kite fishing, okay? Kite fishing. Everything that I need for kite fishing is right here. I've got extra balloons, I've got hooks, I've got split shots, extra clips, wax, rigging thread, beads, everything in one container. So it really makes fishing not only efficient, but I guess that's the key word. It makes it efficient. Everything you need is in one place. You can get back on a bite if you just caught a fish or released a fish, maybe a sailfish or dolphin, whatever it is, and you need to re-rig. Everything is right at your fingertips, and you're saving time. And time out on the water is a very big commodity when that bite is on, because we all know a bite could be on 1 minute, and 2 seconds later, somebody flicked the switch and the bite's off. All of the larger containers here, they're all labeled nighttime sword fishing, tile fishing, deep dropping, daytime sword fishing. So all I've got to do is just pick that exact container that I need, if that's what I'm going to go target, and everything that I need for that tactic or technique is right in that case. Okay, it's almost like a tackle shop. Okay, is really what it is, and I can't stress enough how important that is. Now, of course, we're fortunate. Over the years, we've been able to acquire quite a bit of gear. And you may not have this much tackle, but that doesn't matter. You've got to start somewhere, right? The same applies, all of my inshore stuff. I've got some big tackle bags that are just loaded in containers when I'm inshore fishing. So if we're targeting snook, redfish, trout, bonefish, anything on the flats or in the backcountry, it's a big Plano water resistant backpack, easy to transport all of your stuff, really mobile, and it's going to make a big difference in the outcome of your fishing trip.
When you're in command of a boat with Mercury 400 horsepower Verados, you might start to feel like you're someone that fish should fear, that the water should respect, and that the world should acknowledge. Until you realize you are all those things. The Mercury 400 horsepower Verado. Power, control, and speed in a lightweight package.
The award-winning Z Performance line from CV raises the bar. It's not just fast. It's not just fuel efficient. The CVZ is the entire package. It offers the perfect balance. Safe, predictable handling during hard turns and at high speed. And most importantly, the Z stays on plane at lower speeds, so it can comfortably handle anything Mother Nature can dish out. Experience the exhilarating ride of the CVZ. Schedule a sea trial today.
Are you ready for a world-class adventure? Fishing up to 150 miles offshore and always on the hunt for untouched fisheries, the legendary 100-foot Yankee Capt is Florida's premier long-range headboat. Fish around the clock for trophy snapper, grouper, tilefish, tuna, and more. With all the comforts of home and plenty of elbow room, Captain Greg Mercurio and his dedicated crew will put you or your entire charter on a hot bite fishing the famed halfway ledge, Pulley Ridge, and beyond. Rated #1 in service, Yankee Capt sails from Key West year-round.
You know, we talked about dolphin fishing before, and of course, with summertime rapidly approaching here, everybody's going to be out there dolphin fishing. And, we all know one of the most popular tactics is trolling for dolphin, right? And I think one of the biggest decisions that guys face is, what lures do I troll? And, we face those same decisions. I'm not saying you should fish the exact same lures that we do, but fish something that you have confidence in. These little black bart minis have just proven to be absolutely deadly. And, I want to mention, not everybody has the correct equipment, the crimps, the leader material, the crimping tools, the right hooks to rig their own lures. So don't think that you have to rig your own lures. You don't. Just make sure that you purchase quality equipment in addition to the artificial lures, skirted lures, chuggers, bullets, and stuff that you're going to pull up on top. Obviously, I can't stress enough, this is just a no-brainer. Islanders with ballyhoo, or strip baits, but primarily ballyhoo. I've got a big box of Islanders here. Over top of ballyhoo, in the trolling spread, anywhere in the trolling spread, you're gonna catch fish on these lures. My favorite colors are blue and white and blue and white. Those are really my favorite colors, but they'll all catch fish. This is what we're trolling. If we're going out trolling for dolphin, this is what we're fishing right here. I'll bring my trolling lures, I'll bring my Islanders, I'll bring some rigged ballyhoo. If we can catch them fresh and rig them ourselves, great, but I'm also not afraid to purchase pre-rigged ballyhoo, Bionic Bait or Bait Masters. Those are the two companies that you need to look for. If you're targeting specifically the dolphin out in the Gulf Stream, go with rigged ballyhoo that's rigged on mono or fluorocarbon leaders. However, if you're going to be fishing on the edge where king mackerel and wahoo are a possibility, you may want to fish the ballyhoo on the wire. Speaking of wire, I'll tell you, we use wire leader, of course, a lot. Not only stainless wire leader, but also titanium wire leader. Both have their place, okay? They really do. The stainless wire from Caliber, okay, it's easier to rig, it's easier to work with, it's much more affordable. However, the titanium leader is also incredibly effective. It's gonna cost you more, it's a little bit harder to work with, but it's gonna last a lot longer. More time fishing, less time rigging. So again, we have it handy right here. I can just grab it whenever I need it, along with hooks. Gosh, I can't stress this enough. VMC hooks, these are the only hooks that we fish. You can see I've got, 25, 30 different styles and packages and sizes of hooks that we use on a regular basis for a variety of species. And this is where I'm rigging all of my gear, right here. So I keep all of my hooks handy. I'm really big on using new hooks that are nice and sharp. They're super sharp right out of the package. Okay, I'm not one of those guys that tends to save hooks, you know, for trip after trip, although you certainly can. But it's real important when you're selecting your hooks. Remember, there's a couple of different factors. Don't choose your hook based on the fish that you're attempting to catch. That's only one of the factors. You know, you've got to choose your hook size based also on the size of the bait that you're fishing. You know, you can't take a small little live pilchard, you know, and take, for example, let's just say a 7.0 live bait hook. You impale that live bait hook into a small little pilchard or sardine, you're going to kill that bait almost instantly. So again, you've got to base your decision on a number of different factors. Fish that you're targeting, bait that you're using, regional rules and regulations, and of course stealth. You want to be as stealthy as possible and present as natural of a bait as you possibly can, but yet you don't want to risk pulling hooks, straightening hooks, or losing fish because you used the wrong hook. Okay, let's just take a quick break from all this hoopla. Check out our Captain's Kitchen. I want to share with you a really simple and absolutely delicious recipe for tuna tartare.
Captain's Kitchen, brought to you by Wind Rider, the finest foul weather gear for any climate.
Hi, and welcome to this episode's Captain's Kitchen. Hey, I'm always looking for new and creative ways to prepare blackfin tuna. It's such a staple catch not only here in Southeast Florida, but really around the entire state. What we're gonna do today is a really simple, delicious, super healthy tuna tartare. It all starts with marinating the fish. You can see I've got a bowl of fresh blackfin tuna. That's the key. It's got to be super fresh, cut into like 1-inch cubes. The sauce is really simple. I start with about a half a cup of ponzu flavored soy sauce. From there, I add equal parts of honey, sesame oil, a couple of tablespoons of green onion, equal parts fresh chopped garlic, fresh ginger, fresh juice from about half a lime. If it's a small lime, don't be afraid to go with a whole one. And I just put in a little bit of toasted sesame seed, pour that right on the tuna. Refrigerate for, I don't know, anywhere from a half hour to 2 hours before plating. All right, now that our tuna's been marinating for a couple hours, we're ready to plate here. And while it was in the fridge, we cut up our fresh mango, cucumber, fresh avocado, so we're ready to go. It's just a handful of fresh ingredients. I mean, you can't beat this. Then we're gonna use a little glass bowl to plate our tartare, but remember we're gonna flip this over. So what we want on top has to go on the bottom of the bowl. So we want our mango up on top. We're gonna put a layer of mango right on the bottom of the bowl here. Now we're gonna do a layer of tuna. Now what we're gonna do is shift over to some cucumber. A little more tuna here. Okay, and now our last layer here is the avocado. Again, we've got our tartare right there, our plate. Now what I'm gonna do is just place that plate centered right over top, and with my fingertips, I'm gonna grab that bowl right on the bottom, and I'm gonna try and just flip it, just like that, right there. And then gently put it down, okay. Radish right on top. There, a little green onion over the top of it. Just a little bit of sesame seed. A little chili sauce right there. We'll do a little Japanese mayo over here. And that right there is my fresh blackfin tuna tartare with fresh avocado, fresh cucumber, fresh mango. You're absolutely gonna love it. Fiberglass. They use it to build boats and yachts because of its strength and durability. And that's exactly what every Frigid Rigid cooler is made out of. This is my set after 12 years, and I keep them outdoors. With industrial grade rubber gasket and stainless steel hinges with backing plates, not a single component has failed on any of them. Can you honestly say that about your coolers? From 35 to 300 quarts, there's a Frigid Rigid cooler, coffin box, or freezer for every boat.
What if navigating was as simple as touch and go? It is that simple. The world's first multi-touch MFD chart plotter, Navnet TZ Touch.
Another one on the jig. Woo!
That's Grouper Dynamo.
Yeah! How's that for a sea monster?
Chaos. Gear matters. Shop online or visit our new superstore for everything fishing.
The award-winning Z Performance line from CV raises the bar. It's not just fast. It's not just fuel efficient. The CVZ is the entire package. It offers the perfect balance, safe, predictable handling during hard turns and at high speed. And most importantly, the Z stays on plane at lower speed, so it can comfortably handle anything Mother Nature can dish out. Experience the exhilarating ride of the CVZ. Schedule a sea trial today.
Hi, and welcome back to Florida Sport Fishing TV. We're talking about a lot of things on this episode, how we prepare for our shows. We're talking a lot about behind the scenes at our rigging station. Rod selection is another huge element to everything that we do, okay? And I'll tell you, the trend nowadays is everything's going smaller, lighter, faster. Even on the power assist side of things, Daiwa's new Tanacoms, the little 500s, I mean, it almost looks like a little bait casting reel, yet you can deep drop in 400 to 600 feet of water with this tiny little reel. And it goes up from there, you know. This is a rod that we designed, an outfit that we designed specifically for golden tile fish, for queen snapper. This reel, it's the new Daiwa Seaboard. It's a 2-speed reel, but they took the motor out of that big clumpy MP3000. That thing weighed like 1,000 pounds. But again, that trend is smaller, lighter, more compact, and more sensitive. And that's going to result in more fish in the boat. Not only on the power side of things, but also with typical tackle, spinning rods. We used to fish a 7-foot E-glass rod, may it be for dolphin or sailfish. Now we've stepped it down. Look how thin this rod is. It's a carbon fiber, a Torre carbon fiber blank. It's incredibly strong, but it's so light. It's so comfortable. It's so sensitive. Much smaller reel. That diamond braid is so thin, so I've got plenty of line capacity and plenty of comfort and sensitivity for all day fishing. Not only on the spinning side of things, you know, here's a typical stand-up tuna outfit or a light-duty trolling outfit that we used to fish. You know, a size 20 loaded with 30-pound monofilament or even up to 50-pound monofilament, stand-up rod, very typical. A lot of guys are using equipment like this today. No longer, we're not doing it anymore. We've stepped it up and really transitioned into much more comfortable, more sensitive, lighter, more powerful equipment. Look how light this rod is. And again, that same scenario, because we've switched from mono to braid, we could fit an incredible amount of line on here. So that's really the trend where everything is going. And I'll tell you, there's no end in sight. There really isn't. In our particular case, when we head out on a trip, of course, we've got a tactic in mind, a technique in mind. You know, it could be a kite fishing show looking for sailfish. Well, we're certainly going to bring all of our kite rods. That's a whole set right there. But then we're also going to bring a set of jigging rods and maybe even some planer rods to do some trolling with. You never know what you're going to find until you get out there. So by being well prepared with a variety of different outfits, a variety of different sets of outfits, you'll be able to modify your approach based on what you're seeing in real time.
Service and repair. Brought to you by Diamond Fishing, the finest monofilament, fluorocarbon, and braided fishing line.
Hey guys, I'm Captain Mike and welcome to our service and repair segment. We've got something really cool in store for you here. We've taken our CV390Z and we've just upgraded the entire deck with aqua traction. This stuff is absolutely awesome. And I'm here with Andrew. Andrew, you're with All Water Customs, right? You are the official licensed dealer, installer for what region?
For all of South Florida. So we handle from Sarasota to West Palm Beach and everything south, including the Keys.
Let's start with measuring. What's involved with that?
So we can either come to the client's house or you can bring it to us. We do all digital measuring, create a template of the boat complete, whether it's the hatches, hinges, complete deck out layout, and then we will get the boat designed, whether it's fish scale pattern, teak, diamond pattern, pretty much unlimited.
And the colors?
Colors, we have about 45 different color combinations. So
wow.
All.
Yep. Now that's the measuring side. From there, it goes into manufacturing. And let's talk a little bit about the material. This is a closed cell PE-based material.
Correct.
Tell me a little bit more about Aqua Traction and what separates this material from some of the other similar products that are out there.
So a lot of the similar products that have been around are an EVA-based foam. While ours looks and touches and feels almost exactly the same, it is 100% PE. It's a different chemical makeup.
Now the adhesive, let's talk a little bit about that. 3M engineered, this stuff is sticky.
Correct.
Right? I mean, tell me a little bit about the adhesive. How long is this gonna last?
I would say this is gonna last as long as you don't tear it up with fish, dragging them with gaps and huge coolers, and the durability
so for the
of the
life
product.
Of the boat.
Just about. We have worked specifically with 3M. Aqua Traction's based in Minnesota. We're about 30 minutes from 3M.
The final step is the installation. So after you come out, you measured the whole boat, you've got that perfect template, the material is then manufactured. What kind of time frame are we talking about there?
We typically will tell everybody we're no more than, from the time we template to the time we're installing, is less than 2 weeks.
Wow.
Depending on how busy we are, how simple the boat is.
So I'll tell you what, if you're interested in getting Aqua Traction done on your platform, Andrew, All Water Customs, these are the guys that you need to really talk to. There's nobody else out there. Best way to get a hold of you, Andrew, is?
Website is allwatercustoms.com.
That's it, allwatercustoms.com. Check them out. Tell them Captain Mike sent you, and I'll tell you what, you're absolutely gonna be thrilled with the end result. Get hooked up, shop online, and get your hands on the same proven tackle you see on Florida Sport Fishing TV. Our entire selection of technique-specific rods, deadly jigs sold rigged and ready to fish, performance apparel, headwear, drinkware, and even vivid life-size wall murals to show off your trophy catch. All of this and so much more in stock and ready for immediate delivery. Enter FSF TV at checkout and receive a special gift.
Florida Sport Fishing TV proudly utilizes and endorses Boat Outfitters, where owners and builders go for replacement parts and hard-to-find hardware. Motor Guide, precise maneuverability equals better fishing. Tropic Trailer, Florida's largest dealer has the right trailer at the right price.
Hi, and welcome back to Florida Sport Fishing TV. Really awesome episode behind the scenes in our rigging station. This is where it all happens. You know, most important part of the entire equation could very well be the line. This is something that's super important. We go through tens of thousands of yards of line every season. Combination of monofilament and a variety of different colors depending on the application. Obviously the high vis colors for trolling, for kite fishing, more stealthy colors in other venues. Braid, really big on braid. All of our bottom fishing that we're doing, all of our deep dropping, all of our jigging is all done with braid. So this is becoming, you know, really just a huge part of all of our fisheries is braid. Next is leader material. Okay, for everything that we're fishing, leader material has a role. And it could be little pocket spools, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80 pound test pocket spools of the Diamond Presentation fluorocarbon, or it could be some of these large leader coils, 300 pound, where we're making deep drop rigs for the Bahamas, or rigging, large trolling leads or swordfish baits. And of course, every class of extra hard leader material. Wind-on leaders, also something that's really important. And listen, if you don't have the tools, if you don't have the knowledge to make your own wind-on leader, buy the prepackaged ones. The instructions are right on the back as to how you rig it on your line. Here in our rigging station, one of the most important tools that we have, if not the most important tool, is this Triangle Sport line winding machine. I've got it set up on this Boat Outfitters tackle station. Lots of additional storage for all of my tools. I've got more containers for all of the crimps that I need right here. Like I said, on top of it is the Triangle Sport SC125 line winding machine. There used to be a day when line winding machines were limited only to tackle shops. That's not the case anymore. They're compact, they're affordable, and they're incredibly effective. And by using a line winding machine, first of all, I'm going to save a ton of time because, can you imagine spooling 10, 20 reels at a clip by hand? Forget that. So in turn, I'm saving a ton of time and I'm getting maximum performance from my equipment. I'm able to pack as much line as possible on every size reel, so I'm getting a maximum line capacity. The reel's gonna perform the way it was designed to. I'm able to get maximum retrieve ratio because of all of the line on the reel. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna save time, I'm gonna save money, and I'm gonna be a more successful angler. That's the bottom line.
To learn more about the tactics and techniques seen on today's show, and to subscribe to Florida Sport Fishing Magazine, visit floridasportfishing.com and get hooked up.